Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to HB Gaming GameLINK. My name is Matt. This is
Charlotte.
And this is Blair. Aren't you, darling? You gonna come sit up here with me? We are unapologetically and unequivocally live this morning. We've got construction happening on the back lot. We are going to do a few bits and pieces for you today.
Yes.
Today is a very special GameLINK Live. We are going to be playing some games that are aimed at junior gamers or are compatible with junior gamers or are designed, I should say, for younger gamers like our friend Charlotte here. And we're going to take you through how they all work and how they operate.
I have one thing to say first. I'm working on the top 10.
Yes, that's right. Charlotte's been working on a top 10 list of games that she likes, so we're going to be presenting that a little bit later on. Just a few things about what's been happening of late. First of all, we have our Patreon subscribers who are getting exclusive access to all sorts of videos and other wonderful things that are available at the moment but not available for public consumption just yet. So check out our Patreon page if you haven't already. What else can we talk about? We've got some pre-orders coming up soon. We've got another video.
And me and Daddy have been playing games together, but Blair, Daddy, and me have been playing together.
Yes, our junior gamer has been getting involved, and she's been playing games like the dice game. Dice? Zombie Dice. What else have we been playing? We've been playing Trash Pandas and a few other bits and pieces as well.
Yes.
And she just can't stay away, which is why she's going to sit here today and join in. But today, we thought we'd take you through a few games just to sort of showcase.
Toy Story we're going to do first.
We're going to do Toy Story first.
And then Trash Pandas and then
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. It's going to be a surprise. So, first and foremost, let's have a look here and see what we can do to get things underway. First and foremost, I'm going to tilt this one down so you can see we have set up for, there you go, Toy Story Obstacles and Adventures. This is box number 1. Now, just if you can, let us know if you can hear us in the comments, if we're all okay. Make sure you can hear us loud and clear, see loud and clear. We've set up a 2-player game of Toy Story's Obstacles and Adventures. This is a game that will play 2 to 5 players all up.
Yeah, 2 to 5 players.
And this is box 1. So box 1 deals with the first Toy Story movie.
But with 1, you only can play with 2 to 3 players.
Yeah, so these boards here are double-sided. So this one is set up for 2 to 3 players. And then you've got the other side here, which is set up for 3 to 5, or 4 to 5 players. Obviously, it's a bit more scalable, I guess, in terms of how it all sort of works. We're going to talk about the rules as they come up in play, but basically you play cards from your hand to acquire new cards from the deck and place insight onto these hazards down here. Ultimately, if you defeat all the hazards in the hazards deck, you win the game. But of course, there's hazards here. There's obstacles that you have to get through as well.
Yes.
So the first obstacle we're going to face in the first box, you only have 1 that we go through. So Charlotte, if you want to flip that over. The first one here is, it's a doozy. This is Diffuse, the big one. It has 7 insight, so we need to try and rack up 7 insight to defeat it. And this one says, when a danger or hazard causes a toy to discard a card, that toy loses 1
what
health.
are you doing?
All right, who's going to go first? Should we rock, paper, scissors for it?
No,
You want to go first?
Yeah.
All right, Charlotte's already shuffled up her deck and drawn her cards. So she is going to get started.
So I have 3 insights. Daddy, can you give me 3 of these, please?
3 imagination. Yep. So discard those to your discard pile.
Where is my discard?
Put it there for you, and you get 3 imagination points.
And I've got my sheep and my hook.
Yeah.
So choose 1. I can gain that.
You can gain an insight, or you can gain 2
I
health.
don't need to gain heart, so I might gain this one and put it there.
Yep.
And this one. Ooh. Gain 1.
So you gain 1 insight automatically. There you go. If you overcome a hazard this turn, you also gain 1 imagination. Now, the first thing we should do each turn before we play cards is actually reveal one of these.
No, I forgot.
That's okay. Argue with a friend. The active toy and their neighbours each discard a card and cannot draw extra cards this turn. So even though it's not my turn, I've got to discard a card.
I don't need to.
You technically should discard a card. So discard this one here. Okay, so we'll say we only took one of those.
Yeah.
And now you get to assign your imagination and your damage points. So imagination is going to go, so your insight's going to go straight there.
And now
And you've got 3 money to spend. So you can get things like the baby head here worth 2. You can get a cooperative card, which will give you health points and imagination.
There's nothing for 3.
This one will give you imagination points. And if you discard this, you still get that imagination point benefit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So that'll
that.
cost
And there's
2.
nothing for 1, so I
No,
might
so we discard that one. But that's okay. You get to add that to your deck of
Yeah,
cards.
and my sheep go into here.
And you can draw up 5 new cards and we'll get underway. Now it's Rex's turn. Rex's turn. I've only got a handful of cards to play. I've got 1 less. I've got 3 of the playful cards, which gives me 1 imagination each. And then I'm going to play the strategy guide, which will give me 1 insight and nothing else at this stage. So I'm going to take my 3 imagination. I'm going to take the insight there. I'm going to spend my imagination to get an enthusiastic card. Blair's decided she's going to play the flute because we are live and we can't do anything about it. But I'm going to gain that card, and then I'm going to put my insight on top of that one there. So we've got 2. We need to get another 5 in order to give that a bit of a go. All right, let's see what we're going to go. I'm going to draw out my next 5 cards. I better quickly do this as well. You need to lose a health point. Okay, and then now we're going to turn over another one of these because it's now Charlotte's turn, or Bo Peep's turn. Feeling insecure. Active toy loses 2 hearts unless you discard a trait card.
Try it.
So you've got to discard a green card, otherwise you'll lose 2 health.
Lucky I have 1.
Lucky you have 1? Okay, so you can discard that one there. Now you can keep playing cards and try and do your actions.
So I'm going to play this one. So
Gain 1 imagination point, yep.
And I'm going to gain 2 more.
2 more imagination. Can you get the insight? No, that's it. All right, what would you like to do? Do you want to draw? You've got the toy chest.
I got the toy chest.
You want the toy chest? Yep.
Ooh.
That'll cost you 3. You got it?
The toy
All right.
chest. Oh, another toy.
Another toy chest. Or maybe I can get that one on my turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no!
You still got 1 more card?
I just got 1.
But that's not going to be able to afford anything. That's okay. All right, discard that one, shuffle up, and then you can draw your next 5 cards. And it's Rex's turn. I am going to draw. Active toy loses 2 health. That is not good. So you have a health tracker here with your player boards. If you ever get to the bottom of the track, you get shelved, and you have to discard half the resources and half the cards in your hand, which is quite brutal when you're trying to rack up enough damage to defeat the hazards that are down here on the board. Okay, I haven't discarded a card, so I don't get a penalty from this effect here. So now I'm going to play my video game controller, which allows me to gain an insight. So I'll get 1 of those. Then I'm going to discard or play 3 more playful cards, which give me 3 insights. Sorry, 3 imagination. And then I'm going to play Slinky Dog. Slinky Dog gives me the option of either gaining 1 insight or gaining 2 hearts. I've still got quite a few hearts up my sleeve, so I'm going to gain another damage. And then I'm going to assign those out. So my 2 insight, I'm going to put on the diffusing of the big one. So we need to effectively get 3 more to defeat that one. And then I think I will get that toy chest. Okay, because it allows me to choose either draw a card or gain 2 imagination. So I'm going to pay for that one. We're keeping you up, Charlotte. Goodness gracious me. Okay, I'm going to replace that one there. And I'm going to shuffle up, Charlotte. It is your turn.
I have a very good hand here.
You have a good hand there. Now remember, the first thing you've got to do is draw over a hazard here.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to lose 2 hearts.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness. That's
Oh, my
right.
goodness. But, Daddy, can I have 2 insight? Can I have
You have 2 imaginations.
2 imagination?
You can have 2 imagination. There you go.
I might gain 2 hearts actually for my sheet now.
You can gain 2 hearts, yeah. Well, considering you just lost 2, yeah, that's it. Good way. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, legs.
Legs. So you gain another imagination point. This is good. You're racking up some skills here, kiddo.
I'll gain one of these.
Yep. And what else do you want to get? Or are you done? And yes, because we're live, our dog is barking at all the people walking who are supposed to be in lockdown. But that's okay.
So I'll buy that one.
Yeah, you want to buy the baby head card?
Yeah, baby head.
Yeah, there we go. Pass me those.
There we go.
Put those away. We'll turn over another one.
Oh.
More troikas.
And I'll put this one on there.
So we're 2 away. We're 2 away. We've got 5 down here. We need 2 more to defeat this one here.
1, 2, 3.
And you have drawn up.
4.
All right, here we go. It is Rex's
5.
turn. Argue with a friend, active toy and their neighbor. Each discard a card and cannot draw extra cards this turn. I am going to discard a playful card because I'm hopefully not going to need it, although it's going to stop me from buying stuff. You're going to discard a playful as well. And because I discarded a card, I have to lose 1 health point because of this ability here. No, just me. No, actually, you will as well. Because it affects everybody.
I'm on 7.
All right. You're on 7.
And
I am
if you
on
see
6.
this.
Yeah, we talked about Shelve before. All right, here we go. I am going to play 3 of my playful cards to get 3 imagination points. I know, 3 imagination points. Who knew, Blair? And then I'm going to play my video game controller again. Should I gain health or should I gain insight to try and defeat that? Health, you reckon?
Yeah.
All right. I will gain 2 health points.
You can do that
And then I'm going to spend my imagination.
Daddy, when you get that card down, you can do that. Game
Yeah, we'll see how we go. There we go. Oh, Lenny's come out onto the table.
Lenny!
5, and it is now Bo Peep's turn. Go, Charlotte. You're all good. Hang on, we're going to do this one first.
Yeah.
Ooh, lose 2 hearts. That's not good.
5 or no?
Now, you're getting pretty close there.
Oh, Daddy, can I gain 2 inside, please?
You can gain 2. They're called imagination.
Oh, imagination.
Yeah. The insights are the little Luxo balls. What are you going to do next? Decisions.
Daddy, what does that say?
That says if you discard it, you gain 2, but you're not forced to discard it, so you'll gain the extra imagination point. And then with your other card, you can
draw a card. I can't draw a card, so
you can draw a card from here, or you can gain 2.
I might draw.
You draw? Oh,
inside.
Oh, well, you only got the 1, but that's okay. You got 4, so you can get RC, the race car. You can get one of the Troikas. You can get Lenny.
Or I can get
the Troikas because they're the same as those ones. Actually, those stack. So this is one thing about this deck builder that's a little bit different with the market. If you have like cards, you actually stack them, which means that you can draw multiple cards out or different cards rather than having 4 of the same card. Just makes it a bit more readily available to buy other things or acquire new cards. What would you like, Charlotte, for your 4 imagination points? Or you can get this one just on its own, but then you'll lose 2. So.
Oops. I might get Lenny, actually.
You might get Lenny? Okay, so we'll put Lenny in your deck there. We'll reveal another card. It is a cooperative card. There we go. Chuck them on there. Good job.
I shuffle my deck.
Shuffle up your deck, draw some new cards. Do you have any insight? No, you're all good. I'm going to advance the token 1 space. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways we lose the game. The most common way is for this token here to get to the end or the game end space. So this is representing the moving van in the first movie. If it makes it all the way to the new house and we haven't defeated all the dangers here, we lose the game. But there are cards in this deck that allow us to obviously move it back and make it a bit easier for us. All right, so I am going to play, let's see, I've got 3 playfuls again, which is kind of good, I guess. So I'll get my 3 imagination, which will help me buy new cards. I've got an enthusiastic card, which will allow me to gain 1 insight. So hopefully I can try and do a bit more damage, and I'll get a heart back, which will put me back on 9. There we go. And I've also got Slinky Dog, which will give me 1 more insight or 2 hearts. I'm going to take an insight. So I can do this. I'm going to use my 2 insight and play them to the danger that's down here, the hazard, and that's going to be enough to defeat that one. So we'll move it to the discard pile. We get a reward. All toys draw a card. So, Charlotte, you get to draw an extra card. I get to draw an extra card into my hand. The token gets moved back one space. All the hazards of the insight get removed. And then a new one is revealed, which is Trapped in a Crate. It costs 5 to defeat. 5 to defeat, and toys cannot draw extra cards at all. So, lucky you got to draw that extra card. Yes, Charlotte.
I forgot what this one does.
Oh, that's just a turn order marker. It just shows you how to play the game and what happens on each turn.
Okay.
My last card that I've drawn allows me to gain an extra insight. So I'm going to gain that straight away and play it straight on that danger, that hazard. And then I'm going to use 3 tokens. And I think I'm going to acquire Spontaneous, which is a trait that allows me to choose either of the resources that I want. It allows me to gain hearts back as well. Which is quite cool. I am going to then draw up some new cards, shuffle my deck, because I've run out of cards. Charlotte, it is your turn. Turn over a danger.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5.
hope it's not losing. Oh, what?
Uh-oh, all toys lose 1.
Oh, no, I'm on 4.
Oh, you better start getting your hearts. Now, this is a good thing about this cooperative game. You can actually play cards to help your neighbours as well.
Daddy, can I have 2 insight, please?
You can have 2 imagination if you like. Yep, that's what the
Can I
imagination
have 2
does.
more, please?
2 more imagination.
I have Lenny.
And Lenny, move the token back 1 space. You may look at the top card of the danger deck and choose to discard it or put it back. Do you want to discard it or put it back?
Discard it.
Discard it. So it stops the token moving forward, which is fantastic. So we don't have to worry about the effects of that. Charlotte, what would you like to spend your hard-earned imagination money on? You've got RC, which is for 4. You've got one of the troikas there. You can get the troikas. RC. I know. I'll get some. I'll get some in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Good job. That's okay. You got 1 before.
2.
All right.
3,
You've drawn back up.
4, 5. Oh, I've
Good
really got
job.
a good
All
hand
right.
this time.
Playtime with Sid.
Oh, no.
Playtime with Sid. Okay, active toy loses 1, and we get to advance the token 1 space if you would,
Oh,
Charlotte.
do
No,
I?
just me. Just me.
Phew.
Yeah, no, we got lucky there because that would advance us quite a bit. You'll see on the track here too, it's got these little circles with 1 on them. On the other side, if you get halfway through the board, that changes to 2, and you start drawing 2 of these per turn, which makes it quite nasty.
Yes.
If you've just joined us, thank you very much for joining us. Good morning. Let us know in the comments if you can hear us okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to play some playful cards to get some imagination happening. There we go. And then I'm going to play my spontaneous card, which I'm lucky enough to have drawn straight away. And that gives me 1 of those, an imagination, and also a heart as well.
Ow.
I'm going to play my strategy card. You're right, Charlotte.
I just hit my elbow on the chair.
That's okay.
Naughty chair.
Naughty chair.
Ow.
Should I draw a card? I've got a toy chest. Should I get 2 imagination or should I draw another card?
I'm drawing a card.
Thanks very much, G. I'm glad that you can hear us okay. Really appreciate it. What do we think? Draw a card?
Yeah,
Draw a card. Charlotte says draw an extra card. So we're going to draw a card and gain another imagination.
Naughty hand.
I did the same thing.
Naughty hand. You just smacked my...
This card here gives me 2 imagination, except this one that I've drawn instead gives me 1. So I sort of sacrificed 1 for the many, but that's okay. I still get the 1 imagination. I'm going to assign my insight here. So we need 2 more on this one to have it defeated. And then I've got 4. What am I going to get for 4? Let's reveal another card here. Army men. I'm going to probably go, I think I'm going to go with a toy chest and waste 1, which sucks. But at the same time, it'll give me the opportunity to burn through extra cards, okay? Got to keep everything cool. I'm going to draw back up. Charlotte, it is your turn. Go for it, Bo Peep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagination for Charlotte. Good job.
Those are not imaginations.
It's imagination, yeah. All right, what else are you going to do? Oh, hang on. First things first. We've got to do this thing. Question of friend's loyalty. Active toy loses 2 unless they discard a friend card. Have you got a friend card, which is a blue one? Have you got something that stops you from gaining health? Yeah, get rid of that one there. Because that's only going to give you imagination. Charlotte's discarding a card. That's fine.
Yes, because Okay, I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna gain 2 health.
Yeah, use it to gain hearts. That's a good
I'm
choice.
gonna gain 1 health.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm gonna.
Now that's going to give you 1 more of those, and you've got 1 money, which can't get you anything, unfortunately.
This one's gonna go on.
That's going to go there. We need 1 more. 1 more. We can do it. We can do it. All right.
Hope you have an invite card there.
We'll see how we go. You draw back up to your hand size. Hopefully I won't get anything that's going to punish us. We'll see how we go. Playtime with Sid. I've got the same thing.
3.
Active toy loses 1, and we advance the token 1
I need
space.
1 more.
I know. We have to.
One more.
Hang on. Let's grab those. Shuffle those into a new deck. All right. Here we go. We need 1 more insight. Let's see if I can do it. I have got 3 playful cards.
Blair.
So I'm going to discard those and get my 3 imagination. Yeah, Blair's sitting here next to us playing a game that we're planning on playing later on and destroying it all over the floor. But that's okay. It's all
Yeah,
over
that's
the fun.
okay.
I've got 2 cards here. A video game controller and Slinky Dog, and they're both going to give me insight or allow me to gain health. I'm on 7 health at the moment, so I think I'm going to just gain insight for those, both of those. So, should I spend money first or should I defeat first? Let's defeat. Let's assign one of these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to destroy or defeat that hazard. Draw a card, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Draw a card from your deck. I'm going to draw a card into my hand.
Right.
That gets defeated. And then what have we got coming at us now? You're right.
I'll just put my cards down first.
Don't spill your cards everywhere. Can you get it?
Yeah. Okay.
What is it? It is struggle with jealousy. So if this affects us every turn now, whoever the active toy is going to lose health. It costs 6
It's
to
me.
defeat. Here's 1.
Is it me, Daddy?
Not yet, not yet. And then I've got 3 money. I'm going to spend my 3 money. I'm going to waste 1 again, which is a bit annoying. But I'm going to get cooperative, and that's going to allow me to heal up neighbours if need be.
Daddy?
Yes,
That was
Charlotte.
the cooperative you just buy, and it was here. But
Yeah, I know. That's okay. I've also got this card that I drew, Enthusiastic, which I'm going to play now as well to give me 1 insight and 1 heart.
Yes.
Can you put an insight on there for me, please, Charlotte?
That needs 4 more.
It needs, that's right, 4 more in order to
This
beat
needs
that one. That's okay.
more. And this
All right.
one needs 4 more.
Charlotte, you're up. Let's do it. Turn over the danger card first, and we'll see what we've got. Hopefully, it's not
This
going to
is
be
the
too
last
crazy.
one.
Yeah, we have to shuffle up in a minute. I'll show everyone what happens then.
Active toy.
Ooh, lose your grip. Active toy loses 2 hearts
I'm on
unless you
5.
discard an item. You got a red card you want to get rid of because you can take those 2 health points back.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to? You're going to take the damage?
But I'm on 5 though.
Yeah, that's okay. You've still got
And
room to move.
I've got some hearts.
So here's the thing. You're on 5, but you also lose 1 from this card here because you're now the active toy, so you're going to go down to 4. But that's okay. You might generate heaps and heaps and heaps of resources. Go for it.
Can I get one?
You can get an imagination. Yep, there's 1.
I might draw a card for this one.
Draw a card. Yep.
Going one inside.
Going 1. Yep. Stocking up on the imagination points. Go for it.
As long as I don't have any heart cards.
That's okay. That's okay because if you're still in good shape. So another one. You in the money. Well and truly. Another one.
Money!
And then 1 more. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1.
6. You can get Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head's coming into the game. That's awesome. Now, Mr. Potato Head's great because he allows other players to get coins as well. All players gain 2 imaginations. So that's awesome. We'll put him in there. And that's pretty much your turn. You draw back up. You're going to get another card out onto the board here. The Pizza Planet Truck.
4.
The Pizza Planet Truck costs 8? Wow, that's expensive. I've never seen that card yet. All right.
I
Now,
haven't either.
the beauty of this is now, because we've got a full deck that is emptied in our dangers, we shuffle these.
I'm just going to help Blair clean
That's
up.
okay. And as a penalty for having burned through this entire deck, we have to advance the token at 1 extra space. All right, let's see how we go. What have I got? I'm going to lose a health.
Can you see my turn for me?
I will. That's okay. I'm going to lose a health because of this, the ability on this card here. I'm going to play a couple of playfuls to bring up some money to spend. What else have we got here? I've got cooperative. Any one toy gains 2 hearts. If it's a neighbour, I gain money. So I'm going to play this card on Charlotte to give her
Blair, that scared me.
to give her 2 health, but it gives me an imagination as well. So you get a reward for helping your fellow toys. I'm going to play a video game controller to give myself 1 insight. And then I'm going to play Slinky to do the same thing to give me 1 insight as well. And then I'm going to assign some coins. So first of all, I'm going to take my 3 imagination and I'm going to get a toy chest, which can hopefully let me burn through some cards. Persuasive's come out. Then I'm going to assign my 2 insight to this one here. So I need 2 more and we'll be on our way well and truly. I'm going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stop putting them on the floor.
And I have made an error here. I was meant to draw one of these on my turn, so I'm going to draw one now. We advance the token, and I lose one of those as well.
Yeah.
All right, Charlotte, it's your turn, Bo Peep. You want to come over here and have your turn, and I'll take over here.
Yeah.
All right, here, pass me those. That's fine.
All
right, head around there, Charlotte, and we're going to reveal a danger.
Do I lose one?
Question of friend's loyalty. You'll lose 2 hearts unless you discard a friend card, so a blue card if you've got one.
What?
I know, that's awesome. We'll play that one in a minute, okay?
I'll just cut Lenny because he doesn't give me any hearts or something.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Discard Lenny, so you still keep your hearts.
I'm still on 4.
You lose 1 for this one, so you're on 4 now.
Oh, yeah.
Because you gained some hearts last turn. All right, play some cards. If you can generate 2 of these, Charlotte, you'll defeat that hazard and give us all the bonus. What have you got?
Gain 1 insight.
Gain 1 insight. Yep, there you go. Good job. That's 1. You need 1 more. Got a token there for you, some imagination points. Another imagination and another imagination. That's 3. Okay, what are you going to do? What would you like? You've got 3 money to spend. So the only one you can really get is your cooperative card, but that's going to give you hearts if you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah? So we'll pop that there. Assign your insight because you've got a damage point. There you go. It's enthusiastic.
Ooh,
One more, and we'll be able to make it work. All right, good. Draw back up.
I'm going to go 1 more with the boss one.
So in the later games, in the later boxes, because in the game box, you've got things like these. For those of you who haven't watched the unboxing video, you've got multiple levels. So this is just the contents of box 1. There's 6 boxes total with all sorts of goodies available as well. And it gets progressively harder. So by the time you open box 2, all of these spaces are filled with villains and they all have effects that happen every turn. So it gets a little bit crazy. There's your deck there, Charlotte, to have your turn. I'm going to reveal one of these. It's now Rex's turn. All toys lose 1 heart because we are lost.
Oh, no.
That's not good. We haven't lost the game, though. We're still in good shape. And I'm going to lose an extra one as well. So, Bo Peep, you're currently on 3. Rex is on 4. We need to...
you really need help.
We need to try and get some hearts. But it's okay because I've got enthusiastic. I'm going to gain 1 of these.
I am in
and
big trouble. I am in big trouble.
Bo Peep, you are in big trouble. That is very, very true. Now, the last couple of turns, I've played my toy chest. I've decided to draw a card and only gained 1. So I think I'm just going to take the 2 imagination points here so I can spend them. And I've got my strategy guide again, so I can gain another insight and hopefully assign it to the next one. I've got a playful, which will give me an extra discard. And then I've got a cooperative. Charlotte Jean Rose, or Bo Peep as you're more affectionately known, you get to gain 2 hearts. Hey, you get to gain 2 hearts. And because you gain 2 hearts, I'm going to gain an imagination as well. All right, first things first. Let's see. I'm going to go for... What am I going to get with my 4 coins, Charlotte? What do you think? Should I go for the enthusiastic to heal me up?
No, yes.
Yeah? All right. So I'll take that one into my hand, into my deck.
Can I draw this one?
Yeah, you can draw that one. I'll keep an imagination just in case. You never know. Ham is out on the board. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is the 6th one of those. And as a reward for defeating this one, all toys gain 1 imagination and 1 heart.
Oh, yes, I'm back to 6.
So
yes.
That's good. I'm glad I kept that imagination because I might be able to still spend it. And then our final hazard. This is the last one for this game. There we go. Now, if this is obviously Playtime with Sid, is the final card. It's the finale of Toy Story 1. If we can get all 8 insight onto him to defeat the hazard, we will win the game. In later on ones, if there's multiple hazards still out in play and the toys win card comes out, you've got to defeat the other two before you can assign damage or hazards to, or insight, I should say, to the last card. So escape from Sid. Each time the token is advanced, all toys lose 2 hearts. Charlotte, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots left on the board. So we're actually getting close to defeat. We need to be careful here.
Yes.
We'll wipe the board clear there.
Oh, that.
Good news, though. I still have one of these left. So I'm going to sign this straight on here.
Daddy.
7 to go. Yes, Charlotte, what have we got left?
Daddy, I wish that we could just leave the ones that we defeated there, so we
Just get the rewards all the time. You can't get rewards every time. That would be cheating. That would be cheating, but I like your thinking. And for my 2 imagination I've got left, there's nothing I can buy, so unfortunately that's going to get discarded.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to my hand. All right, Bo Peep, let's do it.
Okay.
We've got to try and knock
Game
back the token if we
Game
can as
number
well.
1.
1 and 2, good job.
Game 1 inside.
Inside as well, yes, that's what we want. We want to get all the insights.
Game 1 health.
Health, and before you finish your turn, remember we've got to start off with doing one of these. Active toy loses 2 unless you discard an item. So do you want to keep your insight, or do you want to discard your insight?
Oh.
Discard it. Okay, so get rid of that one.
I actually don't want
You don't, or you have to lose 2 health then. But that's okay because you replenished so much more earlier on, so you still got the hearts. You can gain an insight, or you can gain 2 health.
Oh, I'm actually going to gain the inside.
Yeah, so put yourself on 5, gain another one of those. All right, now you can shop. There's not what you can get, unfortunately, but that helps. 5 to go, 5 to go, and the 3 money you can't really do anything with, which is a bit annoying.
Yes.
But that's okay.
If I had like about 4.
Yeah, one more would have. There's a few options on the board. You could have got ham if you had one more, but that's okay. Draw back up. All right, it is Rex's turn. It's all right. Here we go. All toys lose 1 heart. That puts Rex on 4. Rex is getting dangerously close there.
I'm on 4 too.
I'm going to play Spontaneous, which will give me 1 insight, 1 imagination, and 1 heart. So I get 1 of everything. All my resources coming back to the forefront here, which is good. I've got 3 playfuls, so I'm going to gain 3 imagination points, which will give me just enough tokens to buy something, which is good. And then I've got a toy chest. Now, here's the conundrum. Every time I've drawn a card, it's been for worth 1 imagination instead of the 2 here. So what do you think? Should I go for it? Should I draw a card? I've got literally 1 card left in my deck here before I reshuffle. Should I draw it, or should I take the money?
Gain 2.
If I gain 2, that gives me 6, so I can get army men and stuff. Yeah? What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I can already get a couple of. I've got 3 cards to choose from.
No, actually, draw a card.
Draw a card. All right, I'll draw a card. Watch me pull a playful, everybody.
Playful.
Dang it. Oh well, that's okay. There we go. So I've got 5 money. I can get the medic army man, which will heal hearts. Should I get the medic? Get some healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
lots of healing. That one, the medic, is lots of healing, so it has 3
Yeah,
hearts
and it's good too because the army men, they play off each other as well. That's okay. You got to draw. I'm still going to assign that one there, and then we're going to draw the medic again. So there's another medic on the table. This is actually you bang on, Georgia. This is a very good game for a family. I think there's a Harry Potter version of this, which is definitely not child friendly, and it is very unforgiving, particularly with a larger player count. Charlotte's played the Harry Potter one as well and done pretty well with it, but this is definitely keyed with a better learning curve, I should say. Definitely something that the whole family can play as opposed to Harry Potter, which is a bit steeper, particularly in the later levels. But again, we haven't seen box 4, 5, and 6 yet, so we don't know what's coming. It could be quite nasty. All right. Clearly, Charlotte, we've been keeping you up too late while you've been on holidays. All right, Bo Peep, your turn. Advance the token 1 space.
Oh, no. Yikes.
Each time the token is advanced, all toys lose 2 hearts.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's getting intense. You're on 2.
No.
I'm on 3.
No.
Here we go. All right.
If I get 2 more, I'm out.
You can gain insight or you can gain 2 hearts
Gain
for your sheep.
hearts.
Gain 2 hearts. That's probably a good decision. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 more insight. Let's do it. What else you got, Charlotte?
Daddy, what? So gain 2?
No, all toys gain 1,
Oh.
but you gain an insight as well. So that's
Daddy,
awesome.
Do I gain
So
3?
you're on.
3?
You gain 2, so you're on 5 now because you were on 3 before.
Oh, yes.
And an insight.
No, I was on 2 before.
Oh, because you lost the 2 points.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you're on 3. You gain 1. You've done that. What's next?
Gain this one.
So you get some imagination, another imagination, and you get 3 imagination points. What have we got here? Move the token back 1 space. Lenny for the win. Okay, so you can look at the top card here. Advance the token 1 space. Do you want to discard that? Yes, because that's going to do us some serious damage and disservice, so we don't want that. All right, what are you going to do with your 3 money? There's not a lot you can do.
No, actually, I'm going to... So I need 3 more.
3 more, that's it. Can't spend any of those because there's no thingies there, so discard those. All right, draw back up. Here we go. I'm going to try and do some damage if I can. I don't know how I'm going to go here. We'll see what happens. I've got argue with a friend, active toy, and their neighbor. Each discard a card. So you've got to discard one of those.
Which one?
Doesn't matter which one, but you got to discard a card right now, and we can't draw cards back up. So I know you've got Rhino Hero. That's great.
Is it my turn yet?
It's still my turn. Impatient much? All right, I am going to play Army Man, which allows me to either gain 2 hearts or everyone else to gain 1 heart.
Yes,
so
I really want to gain 1 heart.
you can gain 1 heart as well. That's fine, no problem.
Because I'm really in danger.
I'm also going to give you 2 hearts with my cooperative card, Charlotte, which will get me an imagination point as well.
I'm on 6.
And then I've got 2 more playfuls, which I'm going to discard. Not discard, I'm going to play them and get my imagination, which doesn't really do much for me because there's nothing I can get for 3 imagination points. That was actually just a turn of healing, mostly for Charlotte, as it turns out, not so much for me, but that's okay. Bo Peep is ready to go again. It is Bo Peep's turn. We need 3 insight and feeling insecure. Active toy. Hang on. This one first.
Oh, yeah.
Active toy loses 2 hearts unless you discard a trait, a green card. Ooh, okay, so you got to lose 2 hearts, but I gave you about 4 last turn, so you can afford it. All right, go for it. All toys gain 2 money or 2 imagination. That includes me. I like that. That's good. What's next?
I'm going to gain 2 of those.
Gain another 2. That sounds like a plan because I've had not much success drawing cards.
I'm going to gain 2.
You're going to gain 2. So you gain 2 health. And then you've got legs, which gives you 1 more imagination. You've got 5. So you can get a medic. You can get a persuasive. You want the medic? You don't want ham?
No, ham actually.
You want ham?
Because I draw ham. And I love ham.
You do love you love eating ham. I love it. It's fantastic.
Good
job. All right, we're going to replenish this card here and get enthusiastic
2
out.
cards.
Right. Make sure you draw your 5 cards.
I got 2.
That's all right. Well, you want me to shuffle up for you?
Yes, please.
All right, so you shuffle up. Hopefully you draw ham straight away. That would be fantastic.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, man.
I can't cheat when I shuffle. I always shuffle really intensely. There you go. That's yours. Draw up. All right, what is my danger? Active toy loses 2 hearts. That kind of is really sucky. It's okay. Oh, Charlotte, we might be lucky here. Okay, I'm going to play a playful card, which will get me my monies, and because I started with money, because I started with some, I'm going to play my toy chest. What do we think? Do I draw a card, or do I take the money?
Money.
You think the money?
Money.
Because I've already got 3. It'll put me on 5, so I can get the other medic card. All right, we'll do the money. That's fine. We'll go the money. Money or the box. Money or the box. I'm going to play an enthusiastic, which will give me an insight. Charlotte, if you wouldn't mind, can you get me an insight, please? And it gives me a heart. Pop it on there for me. I'm going to play my strategy guide, which will get me another insight as well, please, Charlotte. And while you're at it, Charlotte, we get 2 insight because I've also got a strategy guide, a video game controller as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get the other medic card just because I can. And then you're going to sign all those on there for me. Now, put them all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The toys win the game. Woohoo! Good job, Charlotte. Well done.
I had ham on my turn.
Oh, you did draw ham. That's fantastic. I'm so glad. Look, maybe we'll have to have ham for lunch. I know you like ham for lunch. We'll put it in a cheesy toasty.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. And that's Toy Story. So there you go. We are winners. We are victorious. We are very, very happy about that. So what we're going to do now
is tilt it.
We're going to tilt the camera back up so you can actually see us again. And then we're going to start setting up for another game. Hello, everyone. So that's Toy Story. Definitely a great family game. As I said, lots of components and a little bit of setup involved. But at the same time, it's quite a bit of fun. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take all these cards.
If you watch the unboxing of Toy Story.
Which you got very, very excited about, I will admit that. We're very excited about Toy Story, which is fair enough too, because it's just nice to see all the characters on the box. Yes, Dave?
When did we do the Rhino Hero video?
That was one of the first ones you ever did. So what we're going to do while we're talking about this one, thank you. We enjoyed the game. Toy Story is... there's so much more to it than just that first box. Each of the boxes relate to one of the films. So the first one is Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3. The fourth box, which we're yet to play, is based on a short film, Toy Story Terror, I think it is, at the Sleepeasy Motel, where the guy is like selling off the toys. Lots of crazy antics. Yeah. All right, let's see what we've got here. Charlotte is going to talk to you about Rhino Hero, just because I've got someone who's arriving at the door just to completely annoy us while we're live. So give me one moment. Charlotte, you're going to talk about Rhino Hero. Why don't you move those cards around for me? That'd be fantastic.
So Rhino Hero is about stacking the cards up. Like putting Rhino Hero in good spots and just
You're doing pretty well, Charlotte. That's the other thing about the Toy Story game too, just quickly, is there's these things as well, but we'll talk about those another time.
Yes.
And we'll be back very shortly. Just give us a moment while I pack this up and sort this gentleman out.
But would you like to know about trash bin, Daddy? I'll talk more about Rhino Hero. So it has little pictures on it. Just give me a moment. And like there's more, there's Buzz, there's Woody. Sorry, it's just that
That's okay. I'm back. I'm sorry, everybody. My apologies. My apologies. We have construction happening at the back block, and they are just, choosing very inopportune times to do all their weird and wonderful things. So my apologies for that. What we're going to do, Charlotte is just going to quickly pack all this up, and while we're getting sorted,
I can talk to you about trash pandas.
Do you want to talk about trash pandas first, or what should we do?
I'll talk about trash pandas.
Yeah? All right, well, hang on. How about we'll get trash pandas out and we'll have a game of trash pandas.
Oh, that's my tummy just gone.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all good. In fact, what we'll do, let's just do that. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no! What happened?
Mommy.
Okay, let's get this sorted here. You're trying to be scary. You're trying to be
I'm
scary.
being Rex.
You're being Rex. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's do this. Let's get this out of the way here.
I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna pick up the card.
Yep.
On the
Do that. No problems. We'll get sorted.
I-
Usually this is.
I hope I don't slip on the
Come on.
cards.
Come on. Let's jump down there. Don't want to keep people waiting. All right. There we go. I'm going to put those over there for now. Get those here. We're getting help from Blair, and that's making things even more difficult. But hey, I did say it was going to be a live event, and that makes it that much more crazy. Up, please. Thank you. All right. Going to pick up all those cards there. We'll get into some Rhino Hero first, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got here.
And I can't breathe from Rhino Hero.
No, that's okay. That's all right. There we go.
Well, Rhino Hero is a really good game, isn't it?
It is. Rhino Hero is fantastic. It's one of the first games that Charlotte helped us do an unboxing for. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about it that is quite challenging. It's going to be interesting to see how we go with it on the table here because the table is known to shake, as you may or may not have already experienced while we're doing the Toy Story playthrough. Sometimes the camera obviously has a bit of wobble, and I'm sorry for that. But we are looking at getting a better table for gaming across the board. We just got to get it involved. All right, so we've got our starting deck there. We need our starting cards. I think that's going to be all right, Charlotte. I think we're going to be good to go. We just need our Rhino Hero friend himself. He's there. No, he's here. He's all good. All right, you want to jump over on the other side for me? All right, come on. Let's go.
Oh, my leg.
Your leg. Okay.
Oh,
So let's have
no.
and see what we've got. Hang on, Charlotte. There we go.
I'm
Oh, my goodness.
free.
I'm going to put that there. There we go.
And
All right.
there's a hard
Blair.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
All right. That's it. There we go. All right, let's have a look and see how we go. I'm going to deal out some cards. And we're going to get into some Rhino Hero fun. And hopefully we're going to be able to do it without having everything get knocked over. We'll see.
Oh, Blair.
We'll see how we go. My goodness. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And some
5, 6,
games
7, 8, 9, 10,
on the
12.
side of the boxes have the youngest players go first.
Or in this case, you are definitely the youngest player, so you will go first. We're going to get into Rhino Hero, folks. I'm just going to tilt the camera down again so you can see what's happening on the table. There we go. Now, Rhino Hero is a bit of a House of Cards style game. If you haven't watched the unboxing and the playthrough video on YouTube, by all means, go check it out. You have to build the tower using these sort of cards.
And one time me and Daddy played it and Blair, we got to 11.
We got to 11 floors. I think 12 or 13 is our record, but we'll explain how that works as we go.
And we haven't got even 20 yet.
Yeah, I know. But what happens is, as you take turns, you build the levels on the foundation, then play a house card from your hand, face up onto the top, and then obviously follow the actions that are on that card. It's really straightforward, really simple, but we're looking at some great family games. So we'll let Charlotte go first. Do you want to start building up the foundation?
I'm just going to say something
Go for it.
first. So there'll be little symbols at the top of the corners of the cards, or at the bottom of the corners. Some might have Rhino Hero, some
Yeah,
might
what we'll
not.
do, we'll talk about those symbols as they come up into play. All right, so go for it. Your turn. You're going to decide you need those two to build the foundation.
Just put my cards down there, so
And then you can
can't
add a roof.
see them.
I'm not going to cheat. I don't cheat at these games. I'm too excited for the whole game experience. I don't want to waste it and cheat. All right, what's next? Yeah, I know. You've got to be careful. And then you play a roof card. All right, so this card has a Rhino Hero symbol on it. So the first thing I have to do is move our little Rhino Hero meeple on here. Nice and easy at first, but obviously when we're higher up, it can get a little bit more precarious. So I'll pop him on there with my shaky hands. It's not really very helpful.
My hands are shaking.
I know, my hands are shaking too. It's all a bit crazy. This is not necessarily the best choice of game, but
No.
we'll see what
But
happens.
Trash Pandas will be a little bit.
Yeah, but the issue is we've got little Blair here who is lovely, but she's very much wanting to shake the table. So I'm going to play just a standard roof tile here.
Yeah.
And now it's your turn, Charlotte. There you go. You need 2 more roof tiles. Objective of the game is to get the tower as high as possible, get rid of all your roof cards first, or not have the tower fall down on your turn. So, for example, if I make the tower fall down, I will lose. If Charlotte makes the tower fall down, she will lose. My track record with this game is pretty awful. I usually do, end up making some sort of crazy mistake. So we'll see how we go.
Yes, and if it gets too high for me, I'll just have to settle one of these.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Now, as the tower grows, we will tilt the camera up so you can see how we're going. We're building level 3 at the moment. Once you place your card, you want to go hit the button for your system. Oh, Rhino Hero again. All right, here we go. So I've got to move. The first thing I've got to do is bring Rhino Hero up onto the top there. And you can see already the tower is getting a bit of a lean, but that's okay. We are going to play a couple of these on here. And fingers crossed that I can keep building it in a foundation to sort of bring it back a little bit. We'll see how we go. Rhino Hero is one of those games that I didn't think much of. I didn't know a lot about it. I knew about Harbour as the company that produces the game, but I didn't really know about all the different games they had in their range. And now we stock a huge line of Harbour stuff. Rhino Hero has been out of print recently. Now happy to say that it's back and available in store. It's just one of those games that, even though it's designed for kids, I think some of the adults get a lot out of it too. We had a game session where 3 adults sat around the table and they played this non-stop for about an hour and a half. It got pretty intense too, especially when you're getting up that level 12, 13 story high building. I am going to play on my roof. I'm going to play a Rhino Hero card. So far, so good. Nobody breathe. That means you guys as well. We'll see how we go. All right, Charlotte, it is your turn, and you've got to move Rhino Hero. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. We'll see how we go. That lean is just shocking. I'm not quite sure how the tower is still standing. We'll see how we go. You're up. You've got to move Rhino Hero. Yeah, right. Just be careful. Don't check the table. So Rhino Hero is around the side up here. So you've got to move him up here. Do you want me to get him out for you? You want to do it? Careful, 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 careful. It's a bit hard when you can't move around the table. Usually we play this game standing up and we move around the table without sitting down, but we're trying to do things a little bit differently today. Rhino Hero goes up the top, and that hopefully will make it a bit more stable. You need 2 things. There you go.
That was close.
Go for it.
Whew. Wish me luck.
Good luck. And you can see this game is a totally different game. There's not a lot of talking now. It's all focused on the build. Actually appropriate considering the hammering you can probably hear from next door as well.
Daddy, can't.
Oh, what is this? You just skipped me.
Oh, yes. Oh, can I just go to that one first?
No, have your turn first. So Charlotte's played a card with an exclamation point, which basically means that it skips my turn. So she's going to be able to build straight away again, get rid of one of her roof cards, and be even further ahead.
So this is...
You're building floor 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's do our best.
Careful. Oh.
That's close.
What's really good about this too is the pictures that are on the sides of the cards. They're all slightly different. They might be the same feature, but I have different backing. So there's a pot on a stove here of what looks like noodles cooking. You've placed that one upside down. There's an upside down window. That's okay. Still works. What roof card are you putting on? Don't put a rhino. All right. I'm just going to tilt up a bit so people can see what we're doing here. And I'll try very carefully not to remove everything. So we're getting up even higher now. Rhino Hero. I don't want this to fall. Okay. And now I've got to place it on the side that it's leaning towards. So nobody sneeze. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see how we go here. Hopefully, I can do it without making everything fall. Once more. There we go. And then I've got to play a roof card, and hopefully I can cause some damage. Okay, so while she's not here, what do you think? Shall I go for... I've got these ones here. Should I go for a Rhino Hero card to make her have to move the meeple and potentially cause trouble, or put on something like this, which is going to allow her to play just the one foundation card? What do you think? What do you think? I don't really want to be too mean. I'll play with one of these. At least that gives her a chance, fighting chance. Let's go with one of these cards. And I'm going to play it this way. So at least then she can hopefully balance it out a little bit. Now we are currently about to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, floor 8. All right, Charlotte, it is your turn. And you have to move Rhino Hero. Now you are down to your last 2 cards. You're ahead of me. I've still got 3 to go.
I have to stand up for this one.
I think you will. Now you need to move Rhino Hero, who I think is...
I think
where is he?
Here. Let me see.
Here?
Oh,
In
yeah.
here. Okay. Now I nearly played. I'll tell you what. I was waiting to see if the guys watching decided I should be mean to you and play one of those, but I didn't, so it's okay. All right, off you go. No, just get there.
Don't. Oh, where's your milk?
Look at the shake on it already. So this is floor 8. Good job. One more. Oh.
That is the wrong Rhino Hero card.
All right, what is it? It's a non-card. Okay, so I've got to put on just some standard foundation cards here. This is going to be floor 9. Wow. Okay.
What?
A little bit intense. It's all right. I'm still going. No, it hasn't. This is number 9, and I've just got to try and do it without knocking everything off here. All right. I think I'm going to play another Rhino Hero card again. So it's this one here. Same sort of card with the chevron. I do like the foil as well on the cards. That's quite cool in the corners. There we go. Oh. No, we're good. We're good. All right, you're up. Whoa. And you can't see it from where you're sitting there watching at home, but the curvature of the thing's actually leaning towards the camera. You can. Do you need to get a bit closer? Oh, careful. Wow. Do you want to get a bit closer? You're right. No!
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
But that was a good game.
That was a good game.
We got to 9.
We did pretty well.
Oh, we nearly got to 10.
Charlotte, you know what else?
What?
Guess what?
What?
I just won. I'm the winner.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've won Rhino Hero. Forgive me, I'm a bit excited about that.
But I only had 1 card left.
I know. I got lucky, I think. I got lucky. That was good. I'm very happy with that. That's a great... Rhino Hero is great fun. Great fun. All right, let's get Rhino Hero out of the way, and we'll get into a bit of Trash Pandas for you. Yes. I feel accomplished now. But you can see like the intensity of that. It's a very quick play. Was it 15 minutes or something? So you can get quite a few turns in, and obviously the more players you have, I think it says on the box you can play 2 to 99 players. You can even play it solo and try and use all the cards. There's a special victory condition. If you use all of the foundation cards and you build the tower all the way up, you immediately win. And there is also, it's incredibly rare, but there is a giant edition where these are about so big. So once each floor is nearly half a foot in height. So yes, you would need a crane by the time you get to the bigger levels. But there you have it. That's Rhino Hero. So we're going to set up now and show you a game called Trash Pandas, which sounds a bit crazy, Trash Pandas, but it's actually a lot of fun. And hopefully Blair hasn't lost any of the components when she was throwing them around earlier.
There's some cards on the floor that I
Yes, I can see that. There's a bit of everything on the floor this morning, but that's okay. We don't mind that. We'll make it work as best we can. Try and sort them out so they're all the right way up as well. What do you think of Rhino Hero? Was it the first time you've seen Rhino Hero, or have you looked at the other videos online, folks? What are you playing in lockdown? What have you got happening at the moment? I know it's been a pretty tough week for all of us, particularly those of us that are doing the right thing. And if you are doing the right thing, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. As the kids are not going back to school here in Victoria from year 10 down until about the 19th of August now. If you haven't heard that news, sorry for that one, if I'm breaking that for you now. Yeah, going to be a lot more time to game on and do a bit of online learning as well. So I think, I don't know, what are you playing? If you're playing anything at the moment to help you get you through, games are a good way to...
my forehead on.
Yeah, that's okay. Games are a good way to sort of help pass the time and help everyone keep their sanity, I think, more than anything else.
And Blamos are good.
And Blamos are good. Have you got any more of the tokens down there, Charlotte, or have they been thrown around everywhere?
No.
There's one. We're missing 2 more. 3 more.
Oh, I can see the rule book.
That's right. We don't need the rule book. We know all about the rule book. Okay.
Chocolate.
All right.
I'm missing 2 of the cards.
No, we're all good. It's just the cards now. You got them? Oops. Thank you. I'll pop these ones on here. Grab your seat, and then we'll get into some trash pandas. My goodness, Charlotte, you've had too many late nights. Too much fun time. Okay.
I'm hungry
For those,
too.
you're hungry too. My goodness, yeah, breakfast. That's because you didn't eat your breakfast properly, like a good kid. You better hope Mum's not watching. She'll yell at you for not eating your breakfast. For those of you who have been watching since the beginning, Blair has decided she's going to lie down on the couch and watch some Wiggles. So while she's doing that, we're going to try and get this last game in for you. Yeah. And it'll be a whole lot of fun. All right, let's shuffle up, and we'll bring the camera down so you can see. You're a tired trash panda. Okay, so trash pandas. What is a trash panda? Well, first of all, a trash panda is not a trash panda. A trash panda is a raccoon, which is very cool. So we are playing raccoons, and we are trying desperately to collect all sorts of bells and whistles to have the best point value of rubbish.
And I'll just do a demonstration. If I get this one...
We'll talk about the tokens as we play through, but it's like a push your luck dice game, isn't it? You don't want to roll the same symbol twice.
Yes.
If you can avoid it. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to deal these out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So this one you can
10.
stash 2.
That's yours. That's mine.
And draw up to cards.
All right, let's do it. There's yours.
Okay.
There's mine.
I thought that was my hand.
No, that's the deck. So the way it works, folks, is you roll this D6, and if you roll, say, this symbol, you take this one token from the pile, and you can roll again, or you can stop there and activate the tokens you've collected. So if I push my luck here, and I keep going, I keep going, but as soon as if I roll and get this symbol, I would bust. I would take 1 card from the deck, push these all back to the middle, and pass my turn. One at a time. It's okay. So what we've got to do is when you roll these cards here, you stash cards to your stash pile. This one here allows you, or the bin symbol allows you to draw from the trash deck. And you're trying to collect cards that are of different symbols. So different cards, for example, if you have the most yum yum chocolate, then you get 4 points. If you have the second most, you get 2, third most gets nothing. But they also have abilities on the cards, which you can discard the cards to allow them to use that ability. So force someone to keep rolling if they make a mistake, or to force them, or if they want to stop. And there's other cards that allow you to re-roll dice, all sorts of other bells and whistles as well. Very simple rules, very easy to understand, but it's a whole lot of fun, and it plays relatively quickly, so probably 15, 20 minutes, depending on how many people you've got in the game. So yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, and I like one of the things we discovered when we unboxed this was that the names of the cards are all like Irmagerd, funny versions of the same. So we'll have a bit of a go. We'll have a bit of a playthrough, and we will. If you have any questions, by all means, pop them in the comments, and we'll answer them as we go along. So I'm going to start because Charlotte has been looking after Blair, being a great big sister. So here we go. I've got the raccoon mask.
Hello
I'm going to go
again.
with
I'm back.
this one here. You are back. Double bins.
No, boy.
Do I go again or do I stop? I'm going to roll for the double one. I'm going to stop there.
Blair's coming back.
I know. It's all right.
To
It's okay.
her other place.
So I'm going to spend those 3 tokens to draw up. I'm going to draw 2. And then I'm going to stash a card. I'm going to stash this one face down. And then I'm going to stash 2 more. There we go. And then I'm going to play the raccoon mask. Now, the raccoon mask is a unique one. It allows me to turn this card face up. Whatever card is face up, Charlotte has the opportunity to stash any of those cards to a stash pile
If you
face
have
up.
1, or if you have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah. So, but for every card Charlotte stashes in this way, I get to draw an extra card into my hand. So if you've got any shinies, you can stash some shinies face up. Do you have any shinies? No? All right, that goes into my hand, and that is my turn. Charlotte, push your luck. Let's do it. Oh, okay. I knew you've got to recycle or exchange. You've got to roll properly. Your dice rolling is rubbish. You've got to roll properly. Uh-oh.
No.
You got a blammer?
Oh, yes.
You can re-roll? Yeah. So put that as a discard. We'll put that there for now. It's a discard pile. Oh, that's good. You're going to stop there?
No.
You're not going to stop there?
I have bummers.
Okay, well.
Yeah!
Oh, and you got them all. Okay. So in the rare instance where you would get everything like this, Charlotte's going to be able to activate all these tokens and then take an immediate extra turn because you're just crazy. So the exchange can't work. What do you want to do first?
I'm going to steal from you. If you have a cereal burger, you can pay it.
You can't steal from me because I have a kitty. And the kitty blocks you from stealing from me and lets me steal from you instead. So...
Let me see your doggo. Let me see what happened to get your doggo.
Have you got a doggo? No? Then I get to steal a card. Thank you very much. I will take that card. What's next for you?
Are
you going to stash or draw?
I'm going to stash.
Yeah. What's next? You're going to draw 2?
Yeah, draw 2.
Oh, careful, Blair. And you're going to stash 2 more? What are you stashing? Yeah, good. And then you've got that last card there.
What's that do again?
So you turn the top card off over, and I can stash cards from it. So it's a fesh. If I want to stash some fesh, which I don't have, I could, but I don't. So, okay, you get to have another turn. You get to go again, Charlotte. Go for it. Oh, steal again. You get the double bins. Double stash. Uh-oh, you get a blammo. And the raccoon.
I'm going to stop there because if I roll another one, I can't get a bonus.
I'm going to force you to continue rolling. So, yeah, you have to roll again.
I stopped.
I know, but now you have to roll again because I'm
Daddy,
evil.
I stopped them.
Yes, but I'm evil. I like it. All right. I'll take it back. Let's not have an argument.
Black. Yeah.
Steal. What are you going to steal? There you go.
Oh.
Let's just move all these down a bit.
I'll do this. Do the card.
So you're drawing from the top of the deck. Yep.
Done.
Good job. Just the one card?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. And then you've got your double draw.
No, I played that one.
Yeah, but why did you drew the fish? I didn't have a fish.
No.
Oh, you just drew the pie now. Okay. All right, I'm going to stash one face up, which means you get to draw an extra card.
Do I stash the pizza in my
You can draw 2 more. That one goes into your hand. So you draw 2 more cards. There you go. And then you've got a double stash.
Your turn.
You've done a stash? All right, my turn. Hopefully I don't roll some rubbish dice.
My first turn before that turn
Ooh,
was
exchange.
brilliant.
Stash. Double stash. Ooh, what do you think? Do I go again?
Yes.
Ah!
Yay.
All right, so I bust because I've rolled the same symbol twice. No, I'm just going to draw a card. That's a consolation. Your turn.
Okay. What?
Go for it. Off you go. Roll. Don't look at your stash pile. What we'll do, let's put your stash pile there. Okay. Off you go, kiddo. Double bins. Exchange. Double stash. Uh-oh. You got a blamo? All right, you can roll again. Raccoon. I'm going to go again. Oh, no. Got another blamo? Otherwise, your turn's up. Oh, that's okay. You get to draw an extra card, but that's okay. You go bust. All right, I'm up. I've got double stash. Oh, double stash again. That's it. I'm playing a blamo. Oh, what?
And you
This is
bust.
just the worst. Double bins, double draw. I'm going to stop there
Because you don't have
because
any bummers.
that's just terrible. That's the worst dice rolling in the history of the world. And I'm going to play a double stash. And I'm going to stash face down. And it is Charlotte's turn. That's the one thing about dice rolling games. I usually have terrible, terrible die rolls. So, yeah, anything with dice, usually Charlotte has a good chance of winning. Especially because her dice rolling is usually pretty good. Even Blair's dice rolling is really good as well. Oh, we got a blamo? No? That's okay. Draw a card. Draw a card. That's okay. It's all good. I've got double bins. Double draw is great, but I want those stash cards.
Anyone steal,
no.
don't you? Anyone steal, don't you?
Dang.
Anyone steal?
Yeah, but I can't. I've got nothing to stop. So double bins, double stash, and a stash and a bin. You want to stop there? Keep going. Uh-oh, you got a blamo? Off you go. Double bins. You got a blamo? No? Okay, there you go. Nope. All right, my turn. Here we go.
Daddy's dealing with a child.
Well, that's just because she tried to pull out power cables and things.
What?
Which is not great. Oh, no! Oh, I am just the worst at this today. My gosh. Come on, your turn. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I hope you guys are having a better day than I seem to do with my die rolls. Oh, you got a blamo? No, that's okay.
Okay, I guess
So when the trash deck here runs out, the game's over and we count up our points. So if we don't start stashing some stuff soon, it's going to be a very low scoring game. But that's okay. Oh, steal. I've got a raccoon. And then I've got a raccoon. I try to push my luck and it's just not working for me. All right. Hey, don't do like that. Because now you're going to do the same thing. So look, there you go. You're going to roll that again. Go. Oh, no, you didn't. You got double draw. You got a blamo?
No.
It's nice to see that my die rolling skills are rubbing off on you, Charlotte. There we go. Got a double stash. Maybe I should just stop there. Stash and a draw. Don't want to go for the steal. I'm going to stop there. I'm going going to do a triple stash. There we go. And it's Charlotte's turn.
Right.
I got to stash some cards. Yes! Stash and a draw. Raccoon. Steal. Double stash. Good job. You going to stop there? You got a blamo? No.
I shouldn't.
You should have, but that's okay. That's all right. That's your.
Okay, lucky I took
Is
it.
that part of your hand as well?
Oh, yeah, it's a microphone.
Okay. All right. Double bins. Don't really want the double draw. Double stash. We can have that. Maybe we should stop there. No, we'll go one more. Discarding the blamo to roll again. And I've got an exchange. Now, the exchange is a good one. I'm going to stop there. The exchange allows you to exchange this particular tile with any of the ones that are left.
You're going to get steel?
So I'm going to take a stash card.
Daddy, I would go for steel.
I know, but I'm going to go with the double draw first.
Blair, come here. Come here, Blair. Come here, Blair.
And then I'm going to stash 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to stash those 3 cards. All right, Charlotte, I think you've got to start stashing as much as you can because I've got a pretty good stack there now. So I think I might be good. Mind you, I've got nothing left in my hand. I've only got like 4 cards left. Your turn, Charlotte, Jean Rose.
Okay.
Off you go, kiddo. Roll. You've got a raccoon.
Hey, don't roll the dice away from me.
I didn't mean to. Exchange.
But don't pin the cards.
No, roll that properly. You didn't roll that very well.
No.
You got a blammo?
Yeah. No, I do not.
You do not have a blammo. Okay, that's okay. You get to draw that one. There you go. That's yours. Blair, I'm going to roll. Double bins. Exchange.
I'll get it. Come on.
Ah, double bins again. And I have no way of changing that over. So that's okay. Charlotte, it is your turn. We've got 1, 2, 3 cards left. You better start stashing because we're nearly out of cards here. Raccoon? Yep.
I didn't roll that properly.
Oh, sorry, go on then. Oh, raccoon?
I didn't roll that properly.
Come on. Double stash. You're going to go again or you stop there? Double bins? It's up to you. I would potentially stop there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Stop there. All right. So you do double bins first because you might get cards you want to stash. That's 1. That's 2.
Oh, I got a
Do you want to draw? If you draw the raccoon one, that's going to end the game. What have you got?
Go on this one.
Nanas. Damn, I can't stash
Can
anything.
I stash?
Yep, you can. So those are going to get discarded because I can't use my hand anymore.
I'm gonna. Gone.
So you're stashing that as well. And you're done. That's the end of the game. Now we get to count up our points.
Oh, I nearly fall off
That's
the
okay.
chair.
You're okay. That's why you need to have your chair in nice and close. And then you move it out for Rhino Hero. All right. So the way we count up our points is we sort them into piles.
Nanas. 2 nanas, 3 nanas, 4 nanas, 5 nanas.
Hey, you leave your nana out of this. She might be watching while she's up in Mangawonga. You don't know that. She might be.
No, I said
Or
nanas.
your nana is actually from Emerald, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see they've got the different point values on the cards there. So who's got the most nanas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We both have this again. We always have the same numbers of nanas. So it's worth 7 points if you for the set if you have the most. But because we both have equal, we score 6 points. So 1 less. How many umpires you got? So you score 2 points for your umpires. I score 6 points for my umpires.
You're gonna win.
I score for fish, and we tie here. So these are worth 3 points
So
each.
you win.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Win.
6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 20. So there you go.
You win.
That's Trash Pandas. That's pretty good. So Trash
Who
Pandas,
won?
again, quickly, who won? Who do you think won?
You.
I did win. I did win that one. But only because I got lucky with my stashing skills and I pulled out those nanas. Otherwise, that would have been very much your win.
And you didn't get one still, and I had a doggo in my hand.
I know. Well, I didn't play for the steals this time because that's usually your strategy to try and steal from me as much as possible.
Yeah. And I know you had a kitty on your hand.
Yes, I know. You were looking at my cards, but that's all right. That's allowed. That's Trash Pandas, folks. Very simple, very easy to play, a whole lot of fun as well. We are going to pretty much sign off there because Blair is pretty much destroying the entire house right now, which is great. And Charlotte probably needs to have something else to eat as well. Thank you for joining us this morning. Sorry, we ran a little bit over time. We were trying to keep it down to an hour, but obviously we had a few interruptions as well. Do you want to come and say goodbye? Come and say goodbye. Come on. Blair wants to say goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
There she is. Say bye.
Bye.
Good job. We'll see you back at the table very soon. If you are one of our Patreon backers, thank you so much. Enjoy Gotcha Backer. Gotcha Backer for July. It's coming very soon. Along with Charlotte's top 10 video. We've got another video. We've got another video we're working on, which involves a little bit of zoom, zoom, pew, 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 which we're very excited to show you as well. And we might even get some villainous happening for you too. Oh dear, what a crazy morning. Nothing like a live show. Thank you so much. We'll see you back at the table very soon. Bye for now. Ta-ta, bye for now.